So let's get started and have a look what the game has got to offer us. Chelsea's millions. So we get the traditional message, Chelsea hire FM. Chelsea have today confirmed the appointment of YladFM as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 33-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football. Yada yada yada, very much the same as we've seen before. So our directors got in touch with us, told us a little bit about the background of Chelsea. Got near enough every cup you could win up there. Up and coming season, we've got Premier League, finished 4th last year. Nothing really to go over there. Club vision and the 5-year plans all been laid out. They want to play attacking football, possession football, which both go down well with what I've done in the past. Develop players using the youth system. Sign players at the age of 22 and under for the future. Play entertaining football and sign high reputation. I never understand that. So you want to sign high reputation players and sign players that are under the age of 22. Okay, let's have a look at what the plans are. So we've got end of current season, challenge in a domestic cup competition. Premier Division is to qualify for the Champions League. They want to reach the final of the FA Cup, reach the semi-final of the Champions League, and they're not bothered about the Carabao Cup. And the next season is to challenge for the Premier League and carry on working towards become self-sustainable. Not seen that come up before, self-sustainable, so that would be interesting. Chelsea hire FM Beta as manager. So there it is, 130 grand a week, all ready to go. And we've gone over the club vision a moment ago. Current injuries, squad registration rules, nothing looking too out of the ordinary here. So I think what I'll do, I will get set up with a tactic, play a couple of games off cam just to get used to how it feels. I wonder what the schedule looks like. Maybe come back before we kick off the season. If not, we'll kick off the season with Arsenal and Tottenham. Let me just get a feel for the game and I'll be back with you. So we've made our way through our friendly matches, ready to play Arsenal in the first game of the season. And just take a look at how the friendlies went. So here you can see we started off with a game against Chelsea second 11, just a 1-0 victory. Started out with a 4-2-1-2-1 formation, very narrow. We stuck with that with Kiev, beat them 1-0. Then we played Watford with the same formation. It finished 1-1. We were never in control of this game. And they actually finished with a better expected goals than we did. Again, we went in with the same formation up against Inter, and it just wasn't working. We're just not scoring goals, as you can see. So we altered the formation to go up against Hamburg to a more traditional 4-2-3-1, where we ran out 2-0 winners. And then I left Morris in charge of the Frankfurt game. We had like 6 regular first team starters. Everyone else was away on international duty, so I wasn't really that fussed about doing anything there. So the transfer ins and outs of the summer, we've not actually made any signings at all. All these signings were made before I come in, and we've actually, I think we've released 2 or 3 players just out on loan. We've not actually made any money either, so not at all active in the transfer market. So this first season of Chelsea's Millions is the millions Frank spent in the summer. So a quick look at the season preview for the season. We are predicted to finish 3rd in the league, ahead of Manchester United, but still some way behind Liverpool and City, who are favourites. Ziyech makes the media dream 11. If we just check ourselves, they think we're going to be playing with a 4-1-2-3 formation. I think it's more going to be the 4-2-3-1 that I started using against Hamburg, but we can have a look at that in a moment. So we're all set for our first game of the season. This is the lineup we're going to go with today. We're going to have Mendy as the sweeper keeper at the back. We're going to have a back line of James, Tomori, Zuma and Emerson. I would usually be playing Chilwell in this position, but as we can see down here, Chilwell is only allowed 45 minutes of play at the moment, recovering from his injury. In front of them, I'm going to have Conte and Mount. Up front, I've got Ziyech, Havertz and Werner playing behind Tammy Abraham, who is going to be a poacher for us. I'm hoping that just by playing him as a poacher, he's just going to hold into that 18-yard box and just hang about in there. Basically, I want a goal hanger in the team. There's enough creativity to not really warrant him dropping back into the midfield. So let's get started. So we've got some reactions from how we're starting this game. We've got 22 players. Formation could expose us at the back. They're concerned about. Tactical familiarity is pleased. They're pleased with Mendy. Mount's pleased. Werner's pleased. And then Werner's unhappy. I like this. It looks nice. It's nicely presented, and it might just give us a couple of key insights into the game. Team selection today. Pleased to be making his debut is Ziyech. No positions and instructions have been set for Arsenal players. It's interesting. I've set that to my staff to do that, so we'll have to wait and see what that's all about. I love this new setup. This looks really nice as a team sheet. So we can see here the managers, Mikel Arteta and YladFM beta. So we've got Mendy in goal, James, Tomori, Zuma, Emerson, like I was saying. Arsenal going with Holding, Louise, Gabriel, Bellerin, Klosiak, Partey, Xhaka, Willian, Aubameyang and Lacazette up the top. Let's go hands together and go out there, relax, play your natural game. Let's motivate a few players sitting around. So we've got a tunnel interview to do quickly. You're about to make your managerial debut. Can you sum up your feelings on the occasion? You can go for positive or neutral. Let's go. It's a special day. Kovacic is suspended. How big of an absence will he be? Let's just see what happens. Kurt Zuma takes captain's armband. What do you see him in as a leader? And I can rely on him. Can you talk about Ziyech's versatility and how important it is for you? He's a brilliant player. Always positive. Always be positive. The graphics do look quite nice now. And I quite like this. It took a little bit of getting used to in the friendlies, but I do quite like this. We'll see how it goes. So coming up to the quarter of an hour mark, and we've not actually seen anything up to now. We've had more shots, a bit more possession. First highlight of the game is a corner. Willian swings it in. Tomori heads it out. Willian's going to pick that up by the looks of it, but knows Ziyech's got back. James, Kante goes forward. Big ball over the top. Bellerin's picked it up. He's gone back out wide. Aubameyang. And it's dropped back to Kante, who's dropped back into the defence at the moment. Ziyech's picked up a knock. He's gone long down the line, looking for Abraham. It's gone long back upfield to us. Tomori. Kai Havertz. Havertz to Mount. Mount takes it past his man and out to Werner. Here's Werner to Mount. Mount goes out wide and Emerson's on the overlap. Emerson into the box, back to Werner. Werner takes a shot and he's hit the outside of the post. Good opportunity for us there. First opportunity of the game there. We've had some info come through from the dugout. Ziyech has possibly suffered a tight hamstring. Should be able to nurse him through, so we're going to just ignore that. Ziyech has picked up a knock. It might be just ignore that. So we'll continue, see what happens, carry on. Just going to make a shout here to encourage the players. Got a few down there looking a little bit unhappy. Kante, one of them. I think Havertz was at one point, but he's gone to a bright smiles there. Ziyech's health seems to be deteriorating quite a bit. So we might have to bring him off by the looks of it. Being advised to bring Pulisic on for Ziyech, although he has just started raising his fitness again, so maybe not. Got about 10 minutes to go before half time. Possession is pretty even. We've had the better of the chances, but we've just not taken them. This was quite a running thing during the pre-season. So, such low goal scoring games we had, although we were getting shots off. I think we'll wait until half time now and then we'll make some changes. So we come to the end of the first half, and looking at the expected goals match story, we started off well. We were holding the game, looking like the more likely to score. Towards the end of the half, Arsenal did come back at us. We've been told we only put in an okay performance according to the expected goals. Here's what the analysts say for the game so far. Emerson's doing well. Timo Werner's struggling to perform on that left wing. Arsenal probably putting the more pressure on going forward, but they're not actually. We're creating more chances than they are, so that's not really an issue. Total match stats. It's been fairly even, no clear-cut chances for either of us. I think I'm going to thrash my arms, throw my arms up in the air and tell them I'm far from pleased about what I've just seen. It's made a couple of the substitutes nervous and unsure, but everyone who played has become motivated from that, so that's exactly the sort of reaction I want. So we're about 10 minutes into the second half. The game's really evened up now. Nothing to really split the sides. James picked up a yellow card early on in the second half. About when I like to make my changes, around the 60th minute mark, which I will do now. So the changes that I'm thinking of making, we're going to get Ziyech off because of the potential knock that he's got. Hopefully by bringing Pulisic on, he will just give us a bit more energy down that side and maybe make something happen. So I'm going to bring Abraham off and put Werner up front. And just as soon as I bring him on, he's now got an injury, so Callum Hudson-Odoi is going to be having to come back off. I think that means Werner is not going to get much time up front. He's going to have to move straight back over to that position, and Giroud will have to go up top on his own. It's 20 minutes to go. The game's been very poor so far. We've got a corner mount into the box. Giroud's there. Giroud has put it away for us. 1-0. It's Olivier Giroud against his former side. And we have got this lead. It's been a long time coming. It's only the second highlight of the game. I was thinking of moving us to a positive mentality, but I think I might just stick on the balance now. I can't make any more changes as far as subs go. I'm pretty happy with how the game's being played out at the moment. I can't see making it to go cautious or defensive is going to do anything. But Arsenal on the attack now. Louise with a big ball over the top, brought down by James. James sends it forward. Pulisic. Pulisic takes on one. He's gone out wide. Back to James. He's got plenty of space. Here's Mason Mount. On to Havertz. Havertz back to Kante. Kante. On to Havertz. To Kante. To James. Through to Pulisic. Could it be 2? It's 2. Pulisic's first goal of the season. We're 2-0 up against Arsenal at the Bridge. And this has just turned into a fantastic game. It took a long time to get started. But surely we've done enough now with 10 minutes to go to give ourselves a good platform to start this season. And what a ball through to Giroud. Oh, agonisingly wide. Could have been 3-0. We have just jumped on this game now. Another highlight here, 85 minutes in. It's Arsenal with the ball. Aubameyang takes on one. He's been tackled by Havertz, doing his job in defence as well as going forward. Havertz across to Mount, Kante, Pulisic. He's gone out wide to James. James on the overlap into Havertz, into Werner. Werner, a brilliant interception there. Keeps it 2-0 to Chelsea. We have got a corner from this though. Mason Mount to swing it in. He's gone near post. Giroud arriving like he did last time, but it wasn't to be. 5 minutes left. Let's just see this game out. Get points on the board. Points against one of the big six as well. Be a good way to start. Just counting down this time now. Just 2 minutes left. There's a late highlight here. Mendy to Tomori. Tomori to Mount. Zuma. Kante. Back to Mendy. Bit of a dodgy pass back there. Kante's collected in the middle. He's got Pulisic running down the right. He's got James through to Pulisic. Pulisic's got bodies in the middle. What's he going to do? He's gone on his own. Is that hit the post? It's come off the post. I can't believe it. James with the ball. He's gone past his man. Can he get a ball into the box? Is this attack over? Arsenal pull it out for a corner. There's about 30 seconds to take this corner. Probably going to be the last action of the game. Mount's going to be an outswinger. My corner's set to near post into Giroud, and the keeper makes the save. Arsenal are going to lose this game, but it's going to only be by 2, not 3 by the looks of it. And there's James, back to the Mendy. And that should be all over at that. Mount nicks the ball. Mason Mount. Don't tell me there's another goal in this game. Pulisic. And that's it. The ref's called full time on it. He's drawn Arsenal's misery to a close. The expected goals match story shows that as soon as we got our first, we were so likely to keep getting goals then. Arsenal was so much off the pace. Good performance according to the expected goals. The final match stats on the day: 1 clear-cut chance, 2 long shots. Just going to get this added on because I'd like to see how many half chances there were throughout the game. 1 half chance to us, none there. So we'll look really solid in defence there, and we've looked really good going forward as well. Great result. So I'm going to go with outstretched arms. Well done to the lads. Good win for us. And it's greens all round to everyone that played. So we've got an interview after the game here. How pleased were you with the win? It's a terrific performance. We were excellent. A win in your first competitive game as Chelsea manager. Could you have wished for a better start? Obviously, I'm pleased with the win, but it's only 1 match. There's a long way to go. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Zuma had a great game. Can you talk about that? I wouldn't swap him for anyone, I'm not going to mention another player. Kurt had a good solid game. I expect to see more. Technology played an important part in your win today. How important do you feel the advancements have been made? Well, that's a bit naughty. Is this FM's way of gauging people's thoughts on VAR? I'm not going to offer a gesture there. I'm just going to say I've got no real opinion on it. It's rumoured Zuma will be leaving the club in the near future. Performances like that are hardly going to reduce any interest in him. I'm pleased he's playing well, and I remain confident we're going to be keeping him. And there is just how everything stands after our game there. So during that game, Hudson-Odoi picked up an injury, as we saw within a couple of minutes of coming onto the pitch. It's a twisted ankle. Going to send him to the physio. It's going to cost us 3 to 4 weeks without him. Ziyech has also picked up a hamstring injury. It's only a tight hamstring. Just probably be careful to see him through the next game. Real Madrid in with an offer for Caballero. Got no intention of keeping him. If I could just up it a little bit more, then I'd be happy to let that go. So I'm just going to close that up. I'm not going to have them in because I don't think he's going to make appearances for them. I wonder if I can get a cheeky 750 out of them. They've accepted that. I know it's below his. Value, but I think 750 grand's plenty for him. Just accept that. It's another little bit off the wage bill. We've signed Stuart Weber as our Director of Football, coming in from Norwich. Just take a look at him and his credentials. 19 in judging player potential, 18 in judging player ability, 13 in negotiating. I'm hoping that he can pick out a couple of good young talents. Norwich has certainly had some good young talents in recent times, so hopefully he can do the same for us. So that's Caballero sold to Real Madrid. First sale that I've made. Third round of the Carabao Cup sees us go up against Sheffield Wednesday. That will be on the 23rd of September, so in a week's time. So instead of getting to see us go up against Tottenham, like we thought we were, in the Premier League, the game got rearranged, so we're going up against Sheffield Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. So this episode you're going to get to see the league game and the cup game. Opposition report says the expected tactics for those are going to be a 4-2-3-1, similar to what we play. Let's see what we can do for our team selection. So we've made a few changes from the last game. We've got Kepa coming in goal. We're going to have Aspilicueta, Christensen, Zuma and Emerson across the back. Kovacic and Jorginho are both going to come in the midfield holding roles. Going to have Pulisic, Havertz, Werner playing behind Giroud this time after Giroud come on off the bench to score against Arsenal. So reactions to the tactical plan for today. We've got 10 players concerned with lacking tactical familiarity. That's to do with the amount of players that have actually started this formation this season. There's not very many. Werner believes that we're going to be too defensive and he's confused about that. Well, don't worry, we can always go a bit more attacking during the game. And from the official team sheet, we can see who's starting for both sides. Press office roundup. Giroud isn't ready for a match like this. That's according to Kevin Rose. We've got Kovacic starts. He's our best player. So a few of the little bits and pieces coming in. Terrible conditions expected and a joke of a kick-off time. Positive fans, I suppose. So we're going to pump our fists and let's give the fans what we're expecting. Jorginho looks complacent, but everyone else just looks composed. Right, ready to go. Hopefully we'll get a few more highlights in the Arsenal game. So just from the first 10 minutes, we're looking very much on top of this. And just as I say that, the first highlight shows itself, and it's with Sheffield Wednesday. They've gone back to their goalkeeper, and it's a big boot forward collected by Zuma. Werner, Giroud holds it up and plays one through to Pulisic, and Pulisic puts it in the back of the net. That's 2-2 for Pulisic, and we lead Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 after just 10 minutes. 5 shots already at goal. We've got 65% of the possession. Hopefully this game is just going to go the way we were expecting. So midway through the first half, still 5 shots to their 1. We've got an expected goals of 0.48 at the moment and running at 65% possession. But as I say that, Sheffield Wednesday with a shot from way. Is that offside? Is that offside? The ball's in the back of the net. Is it going to be disallowed? And what for? The ref's called it back. He's got a VAR checking going on here. Goal review. Decision, the goal is disallowed. And it's been pushing of another player. That's the reason it's been disallowed. We've got away with one there. But as soon as Kepa's in goal, we've got a goal coming in the back of the net. Not brilliant. We've got a corner here. Kovacic swings one into the box. And Giroud, just like he did against Arsenal on that near post, has flicked it in past Dawson. It's 2-0 Chelsea, and we're cruising. Got about 5 minutes to go before half time now. The game seems to be going exactly how I want it to. We've got well up on shots, we're well ahead on possession. The expected goals are very much in our favour. Pulisic and Giroud scoring goals there, both the players that scored against Arsenal as it happens. And we've got a throw just before half time. Havertz, Jorginho plays it across the box, and Mateo Kovacic links up with his defensive midfield partner to give Chelsea a 3-0 lead. Surely the game is beyond doubt now, and we ain't even got to half time. So the matchday story shows that we're well ahead in what's expected to be the goal scorers. We're doing really well in this game. 3-0 up at half time. Quick look at the match stats. So the match stats show that we actually haven't had any clear-cut chances, and both sides have had a shot each that have been a half chance, but we've just put away the chances that we've had. 93% pass completion. We've got 62% of the possession. We are looking very strong indeed. So I'm going to go with outstretched arms. I'm very pleased with the performance and tell the lads to keep it going. Everyone's looking motivated and happy about that. And let's get the second half started. Just going to keep an eye on the players in this second half to see if anyone starts dropping off. And straight away we've got a highlight. Christensen, Kovacic plays it through to Havertz, back to Jorginho. Jorginho goes out wide and he's found Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta into the box. It's bounced off Giroud's back and then dropped to Havertz. Jorginho, Kovacic, Havertz to Jorginho. Lovely interplay here from us. Emerson goes into Giroud, and Giroud's put his third goal of the season away, his second goal of today. We've only just gone into the second half, 4-0 up, and Giroud is making a claim to be a regular starter at the moment. Abraham's going to need to pull his finger out when he gets back in the team. And another highlight now, Emerson with the throw. It's gone across, but Sheffield Wednesday have the opportunity to get this clear. Big ball goes forward over the top, but Christensen intercepts. Jorginho, Havertz, Zuma plays it through to Jorginho. And it's on to Werner, who plays it through to Giroud. Hat-trick has to be. He's got it. A hat-trick for Giroud. 5-0 we lead Sheffield Wednesday. This game is well and truly over. It's all about just seeing it through now. I think the best thing we can do now is make sure we don't pick up any injuries. Just take it easy. We can coast this game now, and Giroud's got his hat-trick as well. Pulisic. He's got Werner well out on the left. He's got Azpilicueta on the right. He's gone to the right. Azpilicueta taking on his man. Plays the ball through to Pulisic. Back to Azpilicueta. Plenty of space opening up all the time for Chelsea here. And Azpilicueta's been pulled down in the box. It's a tight call. What's it to be? Is it a penalty? VAR is checking. It's a penalty review. Penalty's been given. The penalty has been given. And who's going to step up for us? Jorginho with the pen, bottom corner on the left-hand side of the keeper, 6-0, and we're only 53 minutes into this game. We have looked brilliant, and I am going to tell the players that we've looked brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So we've just gone past the hour mark where I like to make my changes. Just going to pause the game here so I can make the changes. So just having a look at the players that I want to keep fit going into the next league game. We've got West Brom in 3 days' time. So I think what I will do, I'm going to give Abraham a run out. Giroud can get a round of applause as he leaves the field. And one more change I think I need to make. I'm going to give Ben Chilwell a run out. He's not fully fit yet, but he will be my starting left back when he is. So we need to start gaining him some match fitness. That's all done. Let's get started. Got 64 minutes on the clock. Throwing into our box. It's headed away. And Sheffield Wednesday pick it back up from outside the box. They've gone backwards here. Abraham has nicked the ball back and gone out wide to Pulisic. Pulisic taking it down the outside. He's played a through ball to Abraham. Equator. He's gone past it into the box. Werner was there, but he's missed it. And now an opportunity to counter here for Sheffield Wednesday. And here comes Peterson running down the outside. Jorginho was challenging Havertz. No, he hasn't won the ball back. Will he this time? No. Again, ball over the top. Kepa down at his near post and makes the save. And Kepa trying to make a reason why he should be starting games. Mendy's been fantastic so far for us. Cross into the box. And it's gone over the bar. I weren't sure what happened there. It is a substitution. About 10 minutes left now. And we've got a highlight. Chua sends it in. It's been cleared away. Werner should pick that up. And what's he going to do with it here? Werner across to Zuma. Back to Jorginho. Jorginho into the box. Who was that? That was a sitter. Very close there. I'm not sure who'd actually got the shot off there. So we've got about 8 minutes remaining now. You can see 14 shots to their 6. 59% of the possession. So we've looked after the ball well today. Again, 93% pass completion. It's all about looking after the ball, this system. Getting forward when we can. And we have really made the most every time we've gone forward today. We've looked like scoring. The game is coming to an end. It doesn't look like there's going to be another goal in it. Just waiting for that clock to count down, and we can appreciate a 6-0 victory. Fantastic. The match story says it all. We were just so far ahead of them in this game. Absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look at the match stats, just so we can get a good look at exactly what happened. 16 shots to their 6. 2.41 to 0.29 expected goals. We had one clear-cut chance and one half chance to their 2 half chances. 60% of the possession. We just dominated it. 452 completed passes in that game. And a 7.63 average rating for our players. So we're just going to get in the dressing room. We're going to go outstretched arms. And a very good win, boys. Well done. And that has just inspired and motivated everyone. Quick tunnel interview to say the result was on the cards would be an exaggeration. How pleased are you by the outcome? Absolutely pleased. Such a positive result have come down. Such a positive result must have gone down well with you players. They deserve a reward, and that's definitely a way of providing it. Kovacic doesn't find the back of the net too often. Managed to get one today. How pleased are you? Always pleased. I like this idea of positive, neutral and negative. Giroud's hat-trick is undoubtedly a key factor. I'm very pleased with his contribution. How much did you enjoy Jorginho's performance? Oh, that one there. And that's the highlights from today's Carabao Cup games. 6 of the best for Chelsea. So we're just going to drop a bit of praise on Giroud for the hat-trick he scored. I'm going to go in there, handshake with him. You were superb, and that's gone down very positive with him. We're going to end the chat at that. At the start of every episode, I like to do a getting to know the team patch where we go to one player each time and we get to know them. I didn't get to do it at the start of this episode because I was so excited about getting into the beta. But we'll do it quickly now before the end. So the player we'll look at this time will be Olivier Giroud. Reason being is because of the hat-trick. He's just really jumped to mind. He got a goal in the last game as well. So this season we are playing with a poacher up front. This is how he looks as a poacher. He's got the He's got the abilities to play as a poacher. The only thing letting him down is his acceleration. But with me playing 3 players so far up behind him, hopefully he doesn't need to beat players too often. He'd probably be better served as a target man, but a target man just won't suit the setup that I've got. And to be honest with you, with him scoring a hat-trick in the last game, playing as a poacher, doesn't look like it's going to do him too much harm. In his dynamics, he's one of our team leaders. We've got 7 positives about him. We'll have a quick look at those. So his positives: delighted to be at the club, he's pleased with how the previous chat went, enjoying his football, believes that good support overall the manager, there's no current concerns with him, and at the moment he's got agreed playing time as an impact sub, and that is what he's actually playing at, and he's happy with that, so I am very happy with him. So a quick look at how that leaves the competitions at the moment. So Premier League, we've only played 1 game, whereas everyone else has played 2. We're currently 7th, 1 win from 1 game. If we look at the Carabao Cup, we know what's just happened there. Olivier Giroud leads as top goal scorer and got a 9.1 average rating, so that's fantastic. The fixtures we've got coming up will be West Brom, then the Carabao Cup 4th round, then we've got Tottenham, Liverpool, Sheffield United, Arsenal all coming up within the next 5 or 6 games. I'll probably be back around early December, so hopefully we'll pick up one of those games. I will drop it in Twitter what games I will be showing, and we'll finish up on this screen, which is where we're going to finish up all the time. We can have a look at our player stats then, who's got the most assists at whatever time, top goal scorer of the season, best pass completion. We just can have a quick look at this so you can see how everyone's doing. You can see my manager performance and what the board think of what I'm doing, and we can see what we've got in the bank. Still got 14 million to spend if I wanted it, but I can't really see what I could spend that on that's really going to make a massive difference. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been great. It was a really good episode in the end. 2 solid wins to start the season with. No goals conceded. 8 scored, sitting 7th in the league after 1 game. Hopefully we can continue that, especially seeing how the first game was against Arsenal. Nice solid start to the season. My opinion about the beta so far, it seems smoother than FM20, although FM20 was a very good game. So let's carry on and see where we end up next time. If you've enjoyed it, please like, subscribe and follow the channel. I'm just trying to get a community building at the moment. You've been great to watch all the way through to here, so just hit a like on it. Thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you again soon. See you later.